right. So our blue Zerg player in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, coming at us from revo.gg, it is ZesTea.
And his opponent, the first player out from Storm, the Red Terran, it is Epic.
Oh man, I'm pretty excited for this. I gotta say,
I know, right?
I don't want to give it away who's in the little channel or whatever that we made for this event, but we could have some pretty nice matchups. So I was wondering, because there's $50 on the line and that you get to advance if you win, if these guys were just going to cheese the crap out of each other, or if we're going to get some straight up games. I hope we maybe get a mixture of both, because that kind of provides some fun too, but we'll see what we get.
Yeah, I know, right? I hope we get some like kind of aggressive games that end up kind of falling back into macro, you know, as it's like no player could really kind of finish the other player off. But we'll have to see, man.
This guy,
what's up?
The guy named Furiously Angry says GiggleBear is what I call my 3-year-old when I tickle him. I'm just saying, it's weird.
That is weird.
That is pretty weird.
That is a coincidence.
You're never going to look at your 3-year-old the same now that you've watched the Nydus. No, I'm just messing with you. Bleak joining us in chat. What's up, man? Nice to see you. I agree. This should be pretty good. So far, we're not up to anything too cheesy. It's pretty standard from the looks of things, man. This map, sometimes you never know what you're going to get on it, but it's pretty standard so far, so.
Yeah, for sure. It looks like Reaper Expand coming out of Epic, and out of ZesTea, it looks like Hatch Gas Pool. So absolutely very kind of defensive macro openers out of both players. We shouldn't see anything crazy coming out. The Reaper may pick up a couple Lings or something like that. We'll have to keep an eye on that.
Yep, absolutely. And just to let everyone know, we are running a delay today because of the payout and its significance that you promote to the next day. We figured it would be a good idea to include a delay. And just to talk about the format, there'll be these two teams competing today, and then 2 different teams competing next weekend, and then the winner of each weekend will advance to the 3rd day. So technically the first place winner will get $100 and the second place winner will get 50. It's a little convoluted, but it kind of makes sense. So this Reaper, though, coming in, trying to see what it can find in the terms of damage. I don't think it's going to find too much. It's more just a poke in at this point. Making sure your opponent has that expansion is really what you're trying to look for here. So,
absolutely, man. Keep an eye on the number of Lings and the number of drones built at the natural. See if an all-in's coming or something like that. But it's really just kind of going to get backed away now, as there are Lings and a Queen there. Shouldn't be able to find too much more damage.
Yep. We got a bunch of people joining us in chat here. Let us know who you're cheering for, by the way. This is a clan war, so obviously a lot of people should be pretty biased in here about who they're rooting for. Penguin is obviously going for his clanmate Epic. But yeah, on Epic side of things, we have like the beginnings of a 2-1-1 with Stim already started. So it does look like a pretty standard 2-1-1. And then on ZesTea's side of things, he's going with Speed. So pretty standard so far. We'll have to see how this plays out.
Yep,
I'm glad it wasn't some like proxy or a cheese or something. So.
Yeah, we'll have to see when ZesTea decides to take his 3rd, and if he does, or if he wants to do an attack off 2-base or something like that. As you said, just Speed coming in now, no Baneling Nest or Roach Warren down, so I imagine as we see the drone move out, looks like he's going to take a 3rd.
Yep, and the starport is down as well, so we'll have to see if sometimes people build a couple mines and they send some mines over with the drop. But we'll have to see how it goes with that, because there is a reactor down. I imagine it's just to swap out with the starport. So it's probably just your very standard 2-1-1, but some players can do some insane damage with it, as we saw yesterday too. So
yeah, I can definitely catch a player off guard. Even just, you know, forcing out Lings and clearing up creep can definitely be good with it. I mean, it's just such a good build. But if you, I know it definitely goes down. But if you find any damage with the 2-1-1, I mean, that's kind of like the icing on the cake. They're definitely beneficial. Yep. Epic's got a good number of Marines now, so he shouldn't be bothered by any sort of Ling attack that comes across from ZesTea. Whether or not ZesTea decides to just straight drone up that 3rd, or if he drops some tech here and maybe goes for an attack, is something we'll have to keep an eye on.
Yep, absolutely. And no Baneling Nest or anything just yet. He's relying on just Queens and Lings to hold this, and I think he might be alright, but he doesn't have as many Queens as we saw that was necessary to hold this yesterday, so I'm kind of questioning whether or not he'll be able to do this, as now 2 complete Medivacs are loaded up. So
yeah, this could definitely catch ZesTea off guard if he's not paying attention. These Overlords moving out are nice, though. They more than likely will spot the drop. But as you said, man, not a huge amount of Queens, as there are some getting into position now if there was a drop. But just 2 of them.
Yep. Absolutely.
He's going to drop out here?
Yeah, he's unloading here out in front. We'll have to see. He's going to push up here into this natural. The Queens are a little bit out of position. I think they were waiting for the drop in the main, but I'd imagine he'll have him down here in just a second. So.
Yep. So he's going to get to work, carve up a couple of Lings and clear out some creep. This is good trade so far for Terran. Good job by ZesTea attacking the Medivacs.
Yeah, he
definitely
almost got
the way
one.
you want. Yeah, definitely the way you want to do that. You want the Lings to just kind of go and attack the Marines, but really the key unit there is to get those Queens attacking the medevacs.
Yep, absolutely. What's up? One of Pro Flood joining us in chat. Ryza as well. Nice to see you guys. I'd say that was pretty well held, though, man. He almost got the medevac completely, and if nothing else, was forced to push it back, so...
Yep, it feels like he held out, like, absolutely as long as he could, and then right when he needed to have units, they were there, you know?
Yeah, so we'll have to see what both players choose as a follow-up. We have 1-1 about to finish up for Epic, and 1-1 about to finish up for ZesTea too, so...
Should be pretty even in that regard. We do see a third CC just about to finish up, or it's about halfway done actually from Epic. So he definitely has that coming down too, as ZesTea makes his way to a fourth, it looks like.
Yeah, and ZesTea also has that Baneling nest that's about to pop as well, so at least he'll have a couple Banes that can hold this next aggression, but I don't know if he'll really wait that long to push in here. We'll have to see. But 1-1 for both players is finishing up. I'd imagine we're about to see some aggression once that finishes, so the Baneling nest won't be into play just yet.
I like Epic's constant pressure with this, with these medevacs and the Marines, but ZesTea's queen count has gotten pretty high, so with these 3 medevacs and one of them being pretty low, could get sniped and lose kind of its pushing potential.
Yeah, absolutely. This full medevac about to join the fight, and he's choosing to push in a little bit, I guess, just to kind of see the reaction. Kind of see what he's dealing with. If he's not careful, yeah, I was going to say he's about to get surrounded, but...
Medevac's down to 6 health, man, and it's pretty much full, so that could have been a bad loss, but nice pickup there from Epic.
Yep, and even better drop up here in the main. He's going to unload and find a completely unprotected mineral line. Okay, so the queen pops, but it gets taken down immediately, as well as a couple drones, so he's going to come up here and also drop into the third, so very nice play from Epic here.
Absolutely, man. The double prong drop. It looks like the one in the main will get picked up. As he does head up into the third area. Massive flood of Lings, though, going to kind of shoo him away.
Yeah,
he will. I think he's going to actually, carve those up for now. A couple of drones going to get caught out as well, unfortunately.
Yeah, now he's just trying to pull them apart here with this drop also going in between the main and the natural. So very well handled from Epic. He's going to decide instead to go for this fourth over here, which is a great call. Start denying some of that larva, rather. Sorry, I was trying to read chat. I can't read and speak at the same time. But 11 drones so far have gone down in this aggression. So this is a very good play from Epic, as this main is just getting carved up. And now there's a Liberator as well. 18 drones going down so far. This is insane, man. Talk about a distraction so you could get some damage done. As a spawning pool is about to finish up as well. So, man, that's an insane drop.
Absolutely, man. The multi-prime drops have been awesome. Definitely forcing Zerg to build Lings rather than, go tech or go anything that keeps them off Lings, Banelings, anything like that. These medevacs will get cleaned up here by Epic, so this is nice. Unfortunately, ZesTea trades a couple of queens here, but he does clean up that pressure. As you said, though, the main drop still is going ham on that lair.
Yeah, absolutely. That was pretty well played by ZesTea, though. I got to hand it to him, man. Those transfuses were on point, and he cleaned up the drops, but it's just never ending. There's another 2 full medevacs. They're about to rain hell on the new spawning pool, rendering that useless. So ZesTea's in a bit of a bad spot, and I'm not sure that he can really hold this with what he has, as now he's being pulled apart in 2 locations at this point, without the ability to even make anything. So he's going to rely on this one queen that's about to pop, but I'd say this is almost all but over, unfortunately, for ZesTea.
Yeah,
with the main and the fourth falling at the same time, so...
Losing the lair, the spawning pool, I mean, that's just some key tech, and as you said, he lost his fourth. ZesTea knows it, and he GG's out.